Hey guys, what's up? It's Johnny here and welcome to another episode of Three Colors Raw, the show that's full of photography love. Just like the shirt says, yo. Hey, by the way, if you want to check out the shirts, head over to the store at Three Colors and you can buy them there and you can be full of photography love as well. Anyway, this week on the show, I wanted to talk to you guys about something that's near and dear to my heart. And I know from experience in our community, the Share, Inspire, Create Lounge, that this is changing the way people are learning photography, and it's really accelerating, and that's positive, constructive feedback on your very own images. And it's one thing, it's one thing to put your image on Facebook and get likes and people say beautiful and great, and that really strokes your ego. But I tell you what, it doesn't help you one little bit as a photographer. It doesn't say all the good things about your image. It doesn't tell you all the things that you can help to improve your image. It doesn't keep things positive and keep you inspired. It just strokes your ego and go, yes, I did a great image, wow. And on the other side of things, there's all those photography communities out there where you post your image and you just get flamed. You get all these trolls, they just rip your image apart, they make you feel terrible, they pull you down, and man, that's just the other end of the scale. It makes you feel awful, and it doesn't help your photography either. So it's one thing that we do in the Share, Inspire, Create Lounge that I really love, and people absolutely love it, is the monthly photo challenges. And part of that, we do an image critique. So Brent and myself, we get an image, we just do a screencast, a video, and we talk about that image, things that we really love, things that can help be improved. And we also do things like Lightroom, and then we've got a bit of Lightroom love coming up too. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to take you through split toning and how that can give you unique creative looks. I'm going to show you how to dodge and burn, darken down areas of things in your that are distracting away from the main subject. And I'm also going to show you how to add light to a subject in your images in Lightroom with the radial filter. But back on constructive feedback, I tell you, man, this is the one thing that's going to help accelerate for your photography. And hey, before we get into these tips, and I know this is going to be quite a long one, guys, and I hope you stick around for the whole lot because there's some good stuff coming. Before we get into it, I wanted to tell you guys about our Mastering Shutter Speed course. And the beautiful thing about this course, it's a 6-week guided course. There'll also be a photo challenge, and after the 6 weeks, you get 4 weeks full access to the lounge where you get to participate in another photo challenge. So that's 2 photo challenges. That's 4. That's 2 photo challenges that you're going to get access to as part of this course. So check out this URL below this video and go and check out their Master Shutter Speed course. It's on sale right now for 50% off, and it's not going to last. There's only a few days left. And if you happen to watch this video after the fact, don't worry, because and we just had an epic fail because I pulled the camera down. And if you happen to watch this video after the fact and you go to the page, there'll be somewhere to put your email in there and you'll be able to grab it, get on the next week. The next time we run the course, we'll let you know. And check out this awesome fun flare, isn't it mad? Anyway, let's get into the video. Let's get into positive feedback and enjoy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is Hamid's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
We'll have to bring the entire image up. Now, Hamid, I just love this. This is amazing to me. And when I was looking at it, I never noticed the girl on the left. I must admit, I only noticed it in the comments when other people were commenting on it that she was there. And that's really what I love about this image. And this is like an award-winning image for me, because when you enter awards, you want to make people think about it, not see everything in the first glance. You want them to look at it, appreciate the image, and then see something else that's not obvious when you first look at it. Love that the girl in the left. You don't notice her. She's even framed by the doorway in the background, and with the white beanie, Christmassy European hat on. I love it. And just the detail in that image. When you actually go into the full scale image, you'll just see the detail and how crisp and sharp it is. Now, the warm colors against the heart-shaped things in the tree, the objects in the tree, really just that's what drew me in straight away. And also the warm light in the background, the reflection on the building. Just love it. And I think Johnny's going to do a little edit on this, aren't you, Johnny?
Yeah, I just got a different take on this image. 2 things I'd mention. First, epic image, absolutely beautiful. I think it's such a great little scene. I love it, and it took me a while to see the girl too. Like, I had to see it full screen and really take in the whole picture. One thing I probably would have done with this image, and I know this was probably a candid moment, wasn't set up, and you probably only had one chance at taking this image, but I probably would have taken one step to the right. And the reason why I say that, See the trunk here? It would have given you the rest of this arch, and that wouldn't be intersecting there. I mean, I'm splitting hairs right now. Excuse me.
But also, Johnny, if you did that, then the tree wouldn't be. You wouldn't have the big pillar in the middle of the tree coming out the top of the tree. It would have been off center, but
Yeah, for sure. And it also would have pushed the little girl straight into that arch, mate.
right, yeah.
You know, that little girl would definitely be framed around that arch. I mean, this is a beautiful image, and we're really splitting hairs here. The other thing I find with this image is I probably actually would have darkened down the pillar a little bit. You know, the pillar looks like, to me at the moment, like you said, it's intersecting. It looks like part of the tree just because of the light. I mean, I would have darkened that down just a little bit, just to bring some definition between the main subject and obviously the secondary main subject, the girl, and that back of the building there. But that's it. And I mean, you could have dropped a little if you wanted to accent the child a little bit more, which I don't think it needs because it adds that bit of mystery to the image. But you could have dropped a little radial filter on that. Yeah. But anyway, let me jump over to Lightroom, guys, and I've got something I just want to quickly show you. Let's do that now. Boom. Okay. Oh, that's the one coming up later. All right, I just got to move this microphone, bro, so I can talk and edit. Okay. All right, let's do this. So I looked at this image, and let me just turn off the information there. Command I. I'm going to hit D for the develop module. So I was looking at this image here, and I thought, oh, man, you know what? This would be a great thing to do a split tone on. And what split toning does, it allows you, and here it is in the panel here, it allows you to select a color for the highlights and a color for the shadows. Now, it's a really interesting technique, and not a lot of people use it, but it works great for black and whites as well, but you can also do it with color. So let's do it. I'm going to select just the presets, but you can select anywhere here. Usually what a classic split tone is, it's a yellowy color for the highlights, which is already is, you know, beautiful yellowy colors, and it's a bluey tone for the shadows. That's usually what a classic split tone is. Of course, you can make any mix of that you like, but just for this purpose, we're going to go with that. So I'm going to go with one of the preset yellows there. And I'm also going to go with one of the preset blues. And you can see what it's done. It's made an interesting split tone. That's just by, you know, 2 little clicks using the presets they have there. It's made an interesting split tone, and it made it like a just different feel to the whole image, you know. It may not be for everyone, and that's fine, you know, but how this works is you choose your color for your highlights and your shadows, and then you've got this saturation slider, which just means intensity. You can see as I move that up, that intensifies the yellow. And you've got same in the shadows. As I move that up, it intensifies the blue in the shadows. And then you've got this balance, which is like a mixer between the two. So if I move it to the right, you can see the shadow color becomes more prominent. If I move it to the, sorry, that's the left. Okay, if I move it to the right, the highlight color becomes more intensive. So you can get a really interesting effect. And the reason why I didn't change this black and white and I've done the split tone is because it holds the reds. I think the reds are what is beautiful about this image. And I actually don't mind it a little bit warm like that. So you get maybe somewhere about here, you know, something like that. I actually don't mind that. It just gives it a little bit different feel to the image. Creates that blue, gives you that contrast between yellow and blue, which I really, really love. Now, if I wanted to make this black and white, I could just simply hit the black and white, and you can see what it's done. Now the reds have gone. Okay, but you could do something like this as well from a black and white. So, yeah, interesting image. Split toning is a really cool thing to play with. It just gives your images a different feel. I'm not saying you should have done it like this. To me, this is just a different option. Now, if I was going to, well, we might as well just keep going. While we're here.
Go, let's, before you jump in there, I just wanted to say something. Yeah. Remember Jaime Ibarra?
Yeah.
Who we interviewed? His technique when he photographs models is to do the opposite. He makes the shadows warm and the highlights cool when he split tone. And that's his unique take. And you can actually see any of his images, like you'll just notice it straight away. There's something about it that just looks like him, or just looks weird, and that's why.
Yeah, I mean, and there's nothing wrong with it. That's why I said you can choose any color you want there to do your split toning with. But I'd probably just grab the brush, and I'm just going to bring the exposure. I'm probably going to go over the top here, and I'm just going to paint this area in here, just to bring that down, just a subtle amount there. And I'm on a Wacom tablet, so I'm scribbling around in here. I'm just going to be careful not to get on that.
All right, so you're bringing the exposure down, right?
Yeah, I am. Is that what I said? No. Okay. And I'm actually grabbing the highlight slider, and I've actually pulled the highlights back there a bit as well. So if you want, you can turn on the auto mask here, and it'll start masking around the tree there. And just, so let's do that.
Cool.
Yeah, so anyway, let's have a look. So let's see where we've come. So that's before, after, after. And you see, it's just a slight blue tone it's put in those shadows now, which I think is nice, and it's intensified the yellows a little bit with the split tone, but it's also brought down that column. You know, that column. I mean, you can even do the same thing on this light. I mean, the light is bright, I know, but we're splitting hairs with this image, really. You know, and when it comes down to, you know, these little things like this, it's all these little things that really take your image to the next level. Well, that's all it is.
I mean, these are the things you do when you're submitting an image for awards. You look at the image and you look for these little things like that, and that's basically how you'd actually print it out and send it to the awards.
Yeah, cool, man. So I might even bring the top of that down up there a little bit more. So I'm just playing around here, guys.
Good.
You know,
what about giving a little more intensity to the girl there?
Yeah, okay, so we can do that too. So now that's where we come before. After. I love doing that, before, after. Anyway, so let's grab the radial filter. Say we wanted to add a little bit more effect onto the girl here. I'm just going to bring up those highlights just a bit. You know, usually when I use this, 0.5 is a good starting place. But of course, you know, the beautiful thing about Lightroom, you can select something and change it after the fact. Yeah. So say I wanted to just add a little bit. And one thing you got to think about, okay, the radial filter, I'm going to intensify this, okay? So you can see the radial filter pin on, the light is coming straight in the middle of that. Okay, so I've inverted it. I'm going to feather it out, make it nice and soft. So I wouldn't want to put that radial filter right there because that light is coming this way at her. So I'd probably just move that just a touch in front of her, you know, and you could do that. And then obviously that exposure is way too much. We could bring that down just a little bit there because we don't want to light up this back bit because that's still in shadow, you know. The light we want to add, we want to intensify roughly where it's coming from, you know. So I would move that pinpoint just slightly in front of her. And you can see, like, it's just like a little spotlight, mate.
Yeah.
And if this is the raw file, I could probably open up the shadows around her a little bit there as well. Yeah. So let's have a look with that and see where we've come. So you can see now she's definitely about as bright as a tree. Yeah. And then, man, you can definitely see there's someone there. Okay. Yeah. So there's before, after, before, after. Yeah. And look, you can go back if that's a bit too much intensity for you on the girl there. You can bring that back. But anyway, just a couple of things there. I think just take this image from something that's awesome to, you know, that next level, whatever that next level is. Awesome too.
Award-winning.
Yeah, that's it, man. Yeah. Beautiful image, Hamid. I really love it. You've done a great job, buddy.
Well done, man.
So what do you think, guys? How cool is that? We've taken Hamid's image and we've just shown him. It was a beautiful, beautiful image. And we've just shown him a few little things you can do to take that image from awesome to double awesome, you know, and you don't get that sort of feedback on Facebook or on Instagram, or you don't get that sort of feedback in other photography forums where you just get flamed and ripped apart when your image actually might be awesome. So yeah, check it out, guys. Like I said, Mastering Shutter Speed course. Go and check it out. It's grab the URL at the bottom. Go there now. You don't want to miss out. There's only limited places. Given the nature of this course, we're only taking a few students at a time because we want to make sure everyone gets positive feedback from their images and the photo challenges. And this has been Johnny for 3 Colors, and I'm super excited to start giving you positive, constructive feedback on your images to help you make a better photographer. So this is Johnny for 3 Colors Raw, the show that's full of photography love, and I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and I'll see you in the lounge. Peace.